Welcome to I Said What I Said. I'm Brad Wakai. That's Tyson Gentry. We're talking Heisman Trophy, folks. I mean, football season is right around the corner. I mean, Tyson and I were talking before this, and we're mapping out our schedule for you, and we got a ton of our preseason stuff going down, and I'll explain a little bit more as I give out our first bets of the season in money-making time coming up in a little bit. I can't wait. But Tyson and I are going to do things differently on the preseason stuff. So if you've been following us, if it's your first time, we'll just lay it out. We're no longer going to be doing win total stuff for each preview. We're going to be kind of easing them into it as we get ready in our previews. What we actually like is we're going to get going and focus more on what's going to be taking place on the football field. But this is our part one of the Heisman Trophy primer, just because everybody loves talking a little Heisman as we can get going. Tyson, I know you're pumped up for the season. How excited are you about the Heisman Trophy race in general? I know it's kind of lost some luster, but as you get into college football season, you pumped up?
Well, I think it lost some luster for me and you because we were upset at the way that the last Heisman Trophy went because we were holding Ashton Jeanty bet tickets, not because we were Travis Hunter haters. So I think that it hasn't lost any. That was last year. This is you flush it, you move on, and now we're going to hit. I'm going to probably put two bets in for different guys that are both going to win the Heisman. Dude, week 0 is it's tomorrow, basically.
Dude, it's insane. I mean, August 23rd, we got it's doubling. Are we going back over there, doubling McAfee and Sheamus? Are they going to be getting things going? I don't know. I mean, it is insane. It is right around the corner. We were talking Heisman Trophy, like Tyson said. We did this last year. We both had Jeanty. We were riding it out on the year. All we needed to do was break Barry Sanders' record. Couldn't quite get there, and we were sad, but that's all right. We'll go this year.
Last year, so we're going to get into the odds, and we're going to talk about a little kind of some different groups of the players, but if you're looking at the odds board and you're like, why is 11 of the top 12 guys on here are quarterbacks, and then the rest of them, as you sprinkle throughout, are also quarterbacks? Because 9 of the last 12 years, a quarterback has won this award. And last year, there wasn't a quarterback that put up a season good enough to compete with what Travis Hunter did and what Ashton Jeanty did. But that was kind of an anomaly for college football. There's always going to be somebody that just puts up a nuclear number at a big program, and the quarterback wins this award.
Before we dive in, like Tyson said, we got split out. We're going to look at the top 3 QBs, which position player we think has a chance to pull Travis Hunter, and which second-tier QB can lead surprise and make a charge here. But let us know in the comments what you're thinking, who can win the Heisman Trophy here. You think is going to win. Is it going to be a QB? Is it going to be a position player? Let us know in the comments. Smash that like button as well. Let's get it going because top 3 QBs, Tyson, in terms of the odds board, Arch Manning from Texas, Garrett Nussmeier from LSU, Cade Klubnik from Clemson, plus 700, plus 800, plus 900 on FanDuel, respectively. So leading in here, obviously Arch Manning's got the name. Obviously he's got the pedigree, and he's at Texas with Sark with a high-powered offense. Okay, you can see that there. Nussmeier, again, pedigree, LSU. We've got guys who won this. Joe Burrow. You got Jaden Daniels. And then Brian Kelly, an offensive mind. Can he get things going the second year in the system? Should be primed and ready. And Cade Klubnik had a great season last year, and he's got the weapons back. Clemson's offense should be a little bit high-powered this season. And you can see why those 3 are leading the charge here. So in your mind, as we look at these 3, who has the best chance of taking home this trophy?
So that's it's a tough question right now because I want Arch Manning to be good. I think it would be awesome for football if this dude just runs the NFL for 15 seasons. But he started 2 games, and he's the leader in the clubhouse for all odds, all players for the Heisman Trophy. You got guys like Bucky Brooks out here saying he has more pop with his arm than either one of his uncles. And it's how much game film have you seen to make that statement? And it's definitive. People are well, he's a better runner than both of them. He's a better athlete. It's yeah, that all makes sense. But he's got to play. We just did a PGA tour, and I know this is different, but it's Tommy Fleetwood's got to win a tournament before I'm ready to, put my money on him. So I'm not saying Arch Manning can't win the Heisman or even won't win the Heisman. I think he's got as good a chance as anybody, but I haven't seen him play. And I'm going to go with my guy, Garrett Nussmeier. We're riding the Nuss bus. His dad is back in the same city. He's coaching the Saints. Don't you know that means that it's wheels up? But in all honesty, look, this is an LSU team that struggled to play defense. They got 3 Weeks brothers now on the roster, so maybe something's going to flip there in Baton Rouge. But I think we're going to learn a lot on August 30th. But that's the cool part about the Heisman Trophy is it's not a win total bet. I'm not losing this in week one if Cade Klubnik outperforms Garrett Nussmeier, because those Heisman moments are going to come for Nussmeier against your Floridas, your Alabamas later in the season. He's going to have more opportunities. I think Cade Klubnik is a really good college football player. I also think that everyone that has him going first overall in the 2026 NFL draft probably hasn't been paying attention. I think Cade Klubnik is good, and I think he has a chance to win the Heisman, but I don't think he's a plus 900. Like, what numbers does he have to put up in a Dabo Swinney offense? And if they play defense good enough, like, that's the problem with Clemson. Is like he might not have to score 40 points a game to win. I think Nussmeier might.
So I think Klubnik is the best chance to win this award.
Okay.
Tyson gave the reasons against. Now, this is the reason why I think he can. Now, you talk about what he did last year, or what does he have to do? Now, 3,600 yards, 36 touchdowns, 6 picks. That's pretty good. 63.4% completions, and he runs a little bit. Yeah, that's a good point. Tyson, the reason why I say Klubnik, and I love Nussmeier. You know me. I think he's talented. I love Ryan Kelly. I think LSU's actually be good this year. The reason why I say Klubnik is because they're playing in the ACC.
Yeah, they might go undefeated. They win on August 30th against LSU, and they might go undefeated, and then everything I just said doesn't matter. And I also want to amend that a little bit. When I say that I don't think Cade Klubnik should go first overall, that's not me saying I don't think he's going to be a good pro. And one thing I didn't think about is, like, this dude has a chance to finish, like, first or second on all of the Clemson all-time passing stuff.
I know.
And, like,
crazy.
That's narrative-wise this is a narrative-driven award, man. We saw Travis Hunter steal the narrative and the trophy from Ashton Genty with 2 weeks left in the year.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the other thing too. And you brought it up in your conversation, or your point for Nussmeier is everybody's going to be circling August 30th as, okay, well, this is going to be the decider. Like, is LSU for real? Is Clemson for real? Like, does anybody remember, like, what Travis Hunter did in the first week against North Dakota State, or maybe that was the second week? Like, a little bit. Like, that was in his highlight reel. But nobody was bringing that up when we were talking down the stretch.
Just like, can you believe Colorado just about lost to NDSU?
That's what and then nobody was thinking about that. And it wasn't his fault necessarily. I mean, he was unbelievable in that game. But when we're talking about, why Travis Hunter can do this, because he did this against Arizona, and he did this like late in the season. And so I think you're right on that point. People are going to forget about this game. So, yes, that's going to be the conversation going in. That's going to be the conversation 2 weeks after. But when we're talking about the Heisman Award, folks, we got to think about this, what it is in the past. People forget about early season games. The reason why I think Klubnik has the best chance out of this three, and I'm with you on Manning, you said it perfectly. You got to play the games, man. I mean, he's going to have an opportunity for sure, but we have no clue how he's going to react. He could be good. He could be average. Klubnik, I think he can throw for 4,040 touchdowns, and that to me is enough, especially in an ACC with a really good defense. And Tyson, the defense is good. Okay, guys, let's have a short work. Let me go out there and bomb 5 touchdowns in the first half. Let's get us out of here. I could see that for Clemson this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly possible. I think any of these three are guys that you're probably feeling good. But, Brad, how many of these Heisman Trophy winners are wire to wire?
It's tough. It really is tough. And you don't see it very often. And I think that's, again, we're going to have some different stuff here as we kind of pepper the board a little bit in the Heisman, take some long shots potentially. And there's a reason why not too many favorites always come in and win this thing. Let's move on, Tyson, to which position player we think has the best chance to win. And I'll just name a couple here that catches our eye. Jeremiah Smith is the 4th favorite on the board, the stud wideout from Ohio State at plus 1,300. Then you got to really scroll if you're looking at your odds board to get down to Ryan Williams at plus 4,200, the wide receiver from Alabama. Jeremiah Love, plus 4,200, running back from Notre Dame. Let's see here, Tyson. Where are we at? I'm losing some guys here. But I'll just use that as a primer. I mean, are you going against anybody who's not Jeremiah Smith, who has the best chance to win this award?
Love would be like the guy I would pick if it wasn't Jeremiah Smith. And the worry, I guess, if you want to invest in Jeremiah Smith at plus 1,300, is you're probably going to get longer odds at different points throughout the season. Like, just to be honest, unless he comes out and he's 150 yards and 2 touchdowns on 8 catches in week 1, and then he probably stays at plus 1,300. Like, I don't see a ton of like upward mobility right away because these quarterbacks are going to steal the headlines early in the season. But this dude is awesome. Like, he's going to get double covered by everybody. So, like, he's going to be open. He's just better than everybody else he's playing against. So he's probably the one. But I do like Jeremiah Love at plus 4,200. I think that there's like, if you follow NFL draft stuff, it's like how bad the skill position players are in 26. And like, I get that, but like, I'm a little higher on Singleton or Kaytron Out, like some of these other guys, and you'll talk about them. But like, Jeremiah Love is as good as anybody else has been. Like, outside of your Ashton Genty and your Bijan Robinson and your Jahmyr Gibbs, like the running backs that have gone in the top 15 in the NFL draft, he's just as good as Amari Hampton. He might be better. Like, that's where I'm at with this kid. I think he's really good. Notre Dame is going to run the shit out of the football.
Yeah, well, Tom Fornelli, CBS Sports, big fan of his and Cover 3 podcast. He's been on record. He won't be, he's not shying away from this. He thinks Jeremiah Love's a better prospect than Ashton Genty. Now, okay. You and I disagree because we love Ashton Genty.
But I think it's a conversation, and I think that a lot of people just like jump on the train of like all these guys in 2026 stink because of how good the guys in 2025 were. And it's like, that's not the case. Like, just because we knew about Ted McMillan for 4 years, before he showed up to finally arrive at the NFL draft, doesn't mean that Jordan Tyson can't go out here and have a 1,515 touchdown season at Arizona State, and he's going in the top 15.
Yeah, we got a ton of time left to play. I mean, what were we talking about last year? Like, oh, maybe the QB class is actually okay. And then by the time we got there, it was like, this QB class stinks. Like, we were talking Carson Beck 1 overall, then Shedeur Sanders 2. Oh, Cam Ward, maybe he can go through. Like, we're at the end, we're like, oh my God. Like, this class is awful. Yeah. So, no, I'm with you. To answer this question, you would be insane to not say Jeremiah Smith. Like, to answer the actual question, which position player has the best chance to win the Heisman Trophy? You would have to say Jeremiah Smith. That's just the way it is. But Notre Dame can go undefeated. I mean, they got a ton of momentum right now. They don't play Northern Illinois, so that's good for them because I guess that's the only games they lose unless you in the championship game. But Jeremiah Love could be really good. The problem is they want to run the football, and it's not just Jeremiah Love. Like, they have another really good back, and he's also a little injury prone, Tyson. That's the one thing about Jeremiah Love, too. It's like, if he gets a little banged up, are you going to have him go for gaudy numbers early enough to win? Like we saw last year. I mean, it's not – the quarterback wasn't even in the equation, and it took Barry Sanders' record getting broken almost, and it wasn't enough for Ashton Genty to win. Like, we're in an era now where running backs just don't win the award. And it was 2015 when Derrick Henry won, and people had a problem with him winning that award. You know what I mean?
He robbed Leonard Fournette and he robbed Christian McCaffrey. That's what people were mad about. He robbed other running backs. We're not mad that he stole it from a quarterback. I mean, Nick Saban gave this guy the ball 44 times a game, and we're all losing our mind.
It should have been Christian McCaffrey. Let's be honest. I know Tyson's a little upset with the LSU
still mad, dude. That was the best. That was the most dominant. Whatever.
But I mean, it's got to be Jeremiah Smith if we're talking about this. But Jeremiah Love, I do think he's poised for a good season if he can stay healthy, and I think Notre Dame's going to be good as well. Tyson, let's move on to this one. I think this is a little bit more overarching of a conversation. Which second-tier QB can surprise? And so that's Drew Aller plus 1,400, Julian Sayin, Ohio State plus 1,500, John Mateer transferring in from Washington State and out of Oklahoma plus 1,900, Lenora Sellers off of red-hot freshman year at South Carolina plus 1,900, DJ Lagway, star off his freshman year plus 1,900, Sam Levitt, Arizona State coming off CFP plus 1,900, Dante Moore plus 2,600, taking over at Oregon. A bunch of guys in the second tier. Carson Beck, 2,800. Kevin Jennings, plus 2,900. Ty Simpson, Alabama, plus 2,900. So which of these guys in the second tier do you think we're going to be talking about, hey, they're going to New York, they have a chance to steal this thing?
So I landed on two guys here. Okay. For me, I think it's one of Sellers or Lagway. I just think it's whatever of this SEC quarterback. I mean, these two guys are look. It's not going to be Drew Aller. I don't think this guy can win the Heisman Trophy just numbers wise. I don't think he's going to get there. What's Oklahoma got? Like, Oklahoma's going to be good, like really good in the SEC for Mateer to get the love. And I think Lagway showed at the end of last season, like, hey, there's a lot to work with here. And our boy Sunbelt Billy was on the hot seat, and he turned Florida around. If they come in red hot and they beat LSU this season, they're playing in the SEC title game, and that's a lofty ask at this point. But maybe they're making the playoffs. Maybe they beat somebody they're not supposed to, or maybe Beamer, turns this project of a quarterback that none of us saw coming in Lenore Sellers, a guy who apparently turned down $8 million this offseason to transfer. This dude is huge. He's a freak athlete. Like, there's a chance that he puts up never ever Jaden Daniels numbers. Like I've seen that floated, and it's like you guys don't understand the statistical thing that Jaden Daniels did. It's never probably going to be done again. But if Lenore Sellers throws for 3,500 yards and he runs for 800 and he's got 50 total touchdowns, and South Carolina beats Clemson and they sneak one against, pick a name out of a hat in the SEC, and they're in the college football playoff conversation, because we've seen it with Lamar Jackson was crazy special. Like he was crazy special, but that Louisville team didn't have to be a college football playoff team for him to win the Heisman Trophy, or like he should have won it twice. And that's
we say with Jaden Daniels.
Yes, and that's the thing. So like Lenore Sellers has a chance to get there, and I'm more comfortable with him or Legway than I like. If Arizona State repeats that success, we're surprised. I'm not.
Right.
Tim Levitt's going to go crazy to win the Heisman Trophy.
No, Tyson, the reason why I'm sighing is because we're freaking – how many names are in the second tier? And you and me have the same exact thought. And I was like, of course. So I'm going to name a couple others, and I'll just give cases for them. To answer this question, just so it doesn't sound like – or at least so I can get my stamp on it, I'm with you. Lenore Sellers, and you said it perfectly for him and Lagway. With Sellers, this is a popular name. This guy, everybody likes him. Like all the media members, we think Lenore Sellers can be really good. So if he is really good, like – we all know media members love to sniff their own farts, right? Like we all know that, oh, no, I predicted this. So if that happens, and Lenore Sellers is awesome, plus he plays in the SEC, okay, you can kind of see the pathway there. And then the Lagway thing, you're talking about a kid who looks like freaking awesome at a brand like Florida.
Yeah,
and let's say they win 10 games to go to CFP, and it's because of him. And the guy is just a star. You know what I mean? I mean, just
looks the
part. Yeah. He acts the part. Like it's freaking DJ Lagway. The name's awesome. Like, come on, you can see that. Now, I'll say this: if we're taking away those two,
let's get those two out of there. I'm gonna take Dante Moore out of that other group.
Oh God, he stinks, man.
I think so too. But if Oregon wins 11 games, Oregon is good. Oregon gets a get back at Ohio State. Oregon is back in the Big Ten title game. In this offense, he puts up a ton of numbers, and it's like, dude, there's been guys that we didn't think were very good players that have won the Heisman Trophy.
I just think it's so funny, just the way that people talk about certain quarterbacks. Because Drew Allard, apparently he sucks to everybody. But Dante Moore is going to win the Heisman, and he couldn't win a freaking competition at Boise State. He couldn't beat up Miles Madsen. Or I forget his name. I apologize. Maddox Madsen. And this guy's going to walk in and be the national champion winner and win the Heisman. Like, what are we – like, he couldn't get on the field at USC. This is just driving me insane. It's like, no, but that guy – it's like, what are you talking about? This is his junior year in college. And like he hasn't seen the field. He couldn't win a competition at Boise State for Christ's sake.
I think Carson Beck stinks, and their odds are similar. Like Kevin Jennings is awesome, and maybe that's the guy you landed on. I don't want to take that away from you, but like, I have a hard time picturing a Heisman Trophy winner from SMU if the competition is stiff.
I landed on Matir.
Okay,
just because again, this is a narrative award. Let's say Oklahoma goes insane, they win the SEC. It's because John Matir is awesome. And he's already coming down from Washington State. He's got his coordinator that came with him, so he's comfortable with the offense. So it's not like he's going to have to learn something new. And this whole entire operation, Venables has nothing to do with it. So it's not like the head coach is going to get the bump. It's like, oh, Alabama's good because of Saban. Everybody's like, well, Venables is there. He's on the hot seat. Like if Oklahoma goes to the next level and they're insane, everybody's going to be like, oh, it's because of Matir. And he came down. And everybody's going to be talking about how good Matir is. So that's the only thing. Now, can he do it in the SEC? I have no idea. And that's what we got to figure out. I don't think anybody has a clue. I mean, there's people who think so. People think he's really good. We have no idea. He was just at Washington State, and he played a terrible competition, a terrible schedule. So, yeah, you're playing the big boys now. We'll see. But if it works, he's going to have a real shot to win this award.
Yeah, and I think Ty Simpson would be the last one out of that group where it's like he could just put up video game numbers in that offense the way they play. And Alabama is better than they don't lose to Vanderbilt. They're in the college football playoff, and it's like the shine of Caleb DeBoer is kind of worn off a little bit from the because Penix was crazy good, and he didn't get any love, for the Heisman Trophy because it was like it's DeBoer, it's Ryan Grubb, it's Roma Dunze, it's Jalen Polk, it's Jalen McMillan. Like, look at how good this team is. Or with Ty Simpson, it might be like, as long as Ryan Williams doesn't catch the pass at the end of it every time, he's got a shot.
Yeah, I mean, and especially because Grubb's back down with DeBoer, so he's back down there. So the offense should be a little bit different. We'll see. I'm with you on Allard. Kind of wrap this up. I have a pick here. that's kind of tipped my hand a little bit. He's just not going to put up the numbers. Like, this is going to be an offense that's not going to be operating in that fashion. Like, it's going to be better than it's been, but he's not going to put up the insane numbers these other quarterbacks are going to. Same with Julian Sayin. Like, the story is going to be Jeremiah Smith, excuse me. Like, if Sayin could be awesome, but like
Carnell Tate's super good. Like, he's just walking into a tough spot to win.
Especially in this season, like maybe like next year, like we're like, oh wow, Julian Sayin was awesome, but like right now we're gonna be like, no, Jeremiah Smith carried him. Like, that's gonna be the conversation. Like, how lucky is he to have Jeremiah Smith? And that's just the way it goes. Like, that's just the reality. I'm with you on Levitt. Like, I need to see that repeated. Plus, they're in the Big 12. Do people really want to give another Heisman Trophy to a Big 12 guy? Yeah. Probably not. And same with Jennings. CJ Carr not going to get it done for Alabama, for Notre Dame, and Carson Beck.
Be on here, like, he's a good player, but like, it's just they're taking your money. Like, they just are like, hey, who's got like realistically zero chance? Like, when's the last? Whatever. It makes me mad because there's people that are like, I'm a Notre Dame fan. I'm going to put $100 on this guy, and it's like FanDuel gets to build another,
Oh yeah, go build another online book. Yeah, for sure. Carson Beck. I'm torn, Tyson, because like, this could be.
This guy sucks.
He sucks, and he's not going to win the Heisman because everybody thinks he's a douche. Like, and that goes into it. I mean, everybody kind of thought Manziel was a prick, but like, dude, what he was doing was insane. You had to give it to him. Carson Beck could have a good bounce back season. That's all I'll say. He's going to the ACC, he's playing for Miami, and that offense was humming under Cam Ward. We'll see. I'm not saying he's going to be unbelievable, but he might be okay.
Dude, I think Thomas Castellanos has a better chance, and he's going to get his dick kicked in by Alabama. If he doesn't shut up all offseason.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are you talking about? He just shredded up the ACC by himself or whatever he was saying. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about?
Dude, you're tripping up wrong tree, brother.
All right, that's our primer for the Heisman Trophy. We'll have a couple other, maybe one more, two more, maybe. Well, definitely one more, maybe two more. We'll figure out the rest of this content schedule. But Tyson, I promised it. I'm giving out the first college football bets of this show right now.
It's money making time.
My first one, I'm going to stick with the Heisman Trophy. And it's a long shot of my guy, Nick Singleton, Penn State running back, plus 30,000, folks. I mean, this price is wrong. It's just insane. Like, the pricing's supposed to be likelihood of winning. This guy's going to go nuts. He's one of the best running backs in the country. And I understand the weight on these quarterbacks is a little bit more just because they're more likely to win.
Yeah, but everyone already thinks his quarterback sucks.
Kyron Drones, Virginia Tech, is plus 15,000.
What's
Mekhi Hughes, running back for Oregon, plus 12,000. Like, really? Like, the guy played at Tulane. Like, he'd be awesome. But Nick Singleton, you already talked about Thomas Castellanos, plus 12,000. Maddox Madsen, plus 12,000. Caden Salter might not even win the freaking job at Colorado, plus 12,000. And if we get down in the 30,000 range, Ricky Collins from Syracuse, Billy Edwards, quarterback for Wisconsin. What are you talking about? Zachariah Branch has better odds. Connor Wigman might not be on the field, better odds.
How's this? Just to sum up everything you just said, Mark Gronowski, quarterback from South Dakota State that transferred to Iowa, has better odds than Nick Singleton. The Iowa quarterback has better odds than a running back on a team that's going to make the playoffs.
And that's what I'm leading into. It's a long-winded way of saying, and Tyson summed it up perfectly because, like, wow, an Iowa quarterback, really? This offense for Penn State is going to have the best offensive line in the country, which I can't believe we're saying this based on where we were at 5 years ago with that offensive line. This line is going to be dominant and sick. They got a new running backs coach, Stan Drayton, after Jaywan Sider left. Stan Drayton, Tyson, coached Bijan Robinson, coached Carlos Hyde, coached Ezekiel Elliott, coached Brian Westbrook at freaking Villanova. Like, this dude is the guy. And, like, the people I follow on the beat, they're not really saying too much about, like, making predictions, but they're like, yeah, things are a little different in that running back room because how many times last year did we say, man, these running backs just get tackled before they get to the open field? Drayton's like, you guys need to get, like, let's go. Like, it's time. And he's teaching them some different stuff. This is going to be a sick year for Nick Singleton. His freshman year, he took the world by storm, right? And sophomore year was a little bit like, oh, that was disappointing. And last year it was better. He's still going to split the carries with Katron Allen. But I think this more than ever is going to be a chance where he, instead of getting tackled after 20 yards, he's taking those 80-yard house calls. So he's all of a sudden, instead of the 120-yard games, Tyson, he's got the 250-yard games. He's still going to get the touchdowns on the end zone. And this is a Penn State team that's going to want to get out and early fast. The running game is going to have a lot to do with it. And I think Nick Singleton is going to be the catalyst of the team.
Look, I'd love to see it. I've been beating the Nick Singleton drum so long, I got a hole in it. Like, I've been on this guy for a long time. I think he's good.
Last one for me here. I'm getting this on. I think people are going to be pounding this here soon. So I'm getting ahead of it. Utah's going to win the Big 12. Tyson, last year, you love your guy, Kyle Whittingham. I think this is a swan song. I think he's done after this. Morgan Scalley's taken over. It's going to be a nice little transition. Might as well go out and win this thing, man. Might as well go win the whole effing thing, right? Like Utah got Devin Dampier. They got Devin Dampier to lead them at quarterback. I mean, we're done with the charade that was going on at the quarterback position at Utah with I can't forget his name now because he's been in and out for so long.
Dude, I'm not even going to help you. It's going to come to you. You're going to get mad.
I know.
What does the sun do in the morning?
Cam Rising. Gee, good Lord, man. He just haunts my dreams because I can hear Tyson, no, Utah's going to win this and that. I'm like, dude, they stink. And I was right last year. And I think I'm going to be right this year that Utah is going to put it together. We know that defense is going to be sick. And now you have a dynamic quarterback and a guy who can throw the rock around and run. It's going to be the same Utah style we've been used to. They're going to win the Big 12. It's going to be awesome. Plus 600 here on FanDuel.
Forgetting Cam Rising's name is the same thing as like in college basketball. Like if you just didn't remember who Perry Ellis was, or like somebody else is just like,
so
this guy's still around. I mean, this is medically retired. Yeah, I love Cam Rising. I thought that guy was going to make a lot of money holding the clipboard in the NFL, and he's going to be around every locker room, and everyone's going to love him. Yeah, you're a sick man, dude. We got, I know college football season is coming up, but like, I just get scared. These guys get hurt tomorrow. How many times in this Utah locker room can these guys just be like, all right, let's do it for coach? It's been like 3 seasons where like, okay, this is Woods last year. Scalley's taking over. These guys are probably looking at each other like, dude, what did we sign up for?
Well, those are my 2 picks, Tyson. We're going to start accruing them like we did last year. Hopefully we have a better college season. I think we are going to. I think we got a different strategy. I think we're gonna be like what we did a few years ago when we were really red hot in college football. Now I'm knocking on wood because I don't want to jinx us, but I'm ready to rock here. We're getting the juices flowing. This is our Heisman Trophy primer. Hope you all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and share the show on the way out. Smash that like button, like I said. Hit the subscribe. We got a ton of content coming your way. You do not want to miss a single thing. We are ramping up for football. We're going to have a ton of stuff heading out this way, so don't miss a single thing we do. Share it with a friend. Share it with an enemy. Share it with your mom, grandma, your dad. I don't care who it is. But let's build a great little community that we got falling into the fall as we get football season underway. We will talk to you when we talk to you. Till then, guys, peace.